My name is Shirley Keller, and I've been to Nicaragua 3 times.
My name is Ross Hanna, and this was my first trip to Nicaragua.
I'm Liz Sleva, and this trip was my 3rd trip to Nicaragua.
My name is Edith Hanna, and
my name is Kevin Hanna, and we've been to Bluefields 3 different times.
So my name is Nathaniel Blaze. I've been to Nicaragua twice.
My name is Tim Blaze, and I've been to Nicaragua twice.
My name is Zach Blaze, and I've gone to Nicaragua 2 times now.
My name is Lorene Blaze, and this was my 5th time going into Nicaragua.
My name is Curtis Blaze, and this is my 4th time going to Nicaragua.
When I arrived in Bluefields, I was a little bit taken back because it was pretty much, it wasn't what I expected. I thought it would have been a little bit more up to date when we came into the airport, but it was pretty much a rural airport conditions. And then as we drove through the town, it was different to see like such high density population, and you've got some small economic growth in the center of a lot of impoverished communities too. So
Well, the feelings were like, you're going to get out on a small plane, it's going to be quite compact, and sometimes a ride can be quite bumpy because it's not exactly a 747, right?
The feeding station that's hosted here at Verbo Church is a feeding station that the children will receive 1 hot meal every day, Monday through Friday. It's cooked by some various people that are through an organization that provides also the food.
Got a little bit of that. I was helping do dishes for the number of kids that were there and listening to the story, that they have a story before they have their meal. And so they're just totally engrossed in that. And I believe it was Sergio that was teaching.
Well, there's quite a lot of kids, and they do get a really good meal. They get, like chicken, fish, rice, beans, and cabbage salad.
it was just another interesting thing that's happening there at the church, and it's a great actually ministry that they're doing there. That they prepare very good food for those kids.
Project 1 was we were extending some of the driveway, and so it was interesting to see that we had to do all of this by hand. And then the second project was Pastor Ed had he had a roundabout that had already previously been excavated, so he wanted access to that instead of the vehicles pulling up into the driveway and turning around. So then we moved on to building ramps so we can access that dirt road. Then the next project after that, which I think we were all super excited about, was pouring that concrete pad over the foster home for those kids. And we were able to take on another project, painting at a house, which I think was a real blessing for Rose and for Verbal Ministries there.
The building is made out of concrete block. So what they did prior to that is that they did a whitewash on it, and it was in pretty bad shape, and they wanted it to be repainted. So Edith and I decided that we were going to paint the Canadian way, and we really painted well, and it looked absolutely beautiful.
To me, the food hammers to me is like actually the highlight of what we do at times, because it's actually just one of the only opportunities we actually have to go and get into individuals' homes and to see them in their own environment.
Know that one bag of food that you paid $15 for can feed a family for 2 months. That's pretty impactful.
Well, the first time we went, we delivered the bags that we had made together with items for the babies, the receiving blankets, little hats, booties, some clothing, diapers, and we also added laundry soap and hand soap, and put those into bags that we distributed the first time we were there.
Very special place for these ladies that are waiting to have their babies, and then we did see some brand new little babies, which are it's always so cute to see a little baby.
The first time that we went there, we gave packs that we put together. So we had Connie's beautiful quilts, we had diapers, we had onesies, we bought soap. We went back a second time, and this time we brought with us jewelry making, and these are the stretch bracelets that we were making, and we were also making hair barrettes and decorating the hair barrettes. And the women, it was a bit slow to start, but when they got into it, we could not take anything away from them. The next time that we went, we took embroidery with us, and that also was very good.
The school was excellent. Like, we had like 430, 450 of these school bags to assemble. And it seems like a daunting task, especially after you've been working all day in 31-degree heat and everyone's kind of getting exhausted and they want to just kind of chill out for the rest of the evening. But we all stepped up and we rearranged the kitchen and adjusted all the tables and set up this long line, about 15-foot long assembly line, and we all took our places and just started. We must have knocked those 400 bags off in like an hour.
Black was the bead that represented sin in our lives, and the red was the one that represented Christ's blood that he shed for us. And then moving on to the pardon of God and the white bead, and the baptism of water, which was the blue bead, and the streets of gold was the gold bead, speaking about heaven, and the green bead for spiritual growth.
What stood out to me the most? Oh, definitely the food. I don't know, like it was just cool to, like, again, just to make the connections and just see familiar faces, and it's cool to see Margaret again. We haven't seen her in a while. Pastor and Lehia, it was good to see them. Umberto, meeting a few workers at the church that we work with.
Our team, we knew exactly where each person was beneficial and each person's weaknesses, and with those weaknesses we were able to kind of help improve that, as well as certain team members were able to counter that. So as a team we were functioning as a whole, and we were functioning as a strong unit.
I think the item that had the most impact on me was actually seeing the orphanage up and running. It's an amazing place. You feel the love, the children's face that live there, their faces glow, and you can see that love reciprocated between them and their house parents, Jaleesa and Kevin.
I think I really enjoyed the ease of returning to people and places that I had been in before. Being able to reconnect with people like Petrona and Juan and Maria, being able to meet new people like Annabelle, and being able to be welcomed into their world, and just being part of their kitchen.
The most impactful for me was the progress that had been made, and the love and the joy that Pastor Ed has. It radiates throughout everyone.
Oh, what was most impactful? I mean, once you've been a number of times, I mean, you know, the poverty, although it's sort of numbing to see how poor people can be and still live. I guess, you know, if I had to think about something specific from there, I would say that it's surprising how happy people can be there, given their circumstances. They don't have near the same amount of stuff that we have.
What stood out mostly from the trip to me is actually two things. Bluefields is improving. Like from this very first time we went there, like I noticed that the community is starting to get built up, and all the churches in the area are really working hard to really bring the community together. And the thing I really appreciated about this time was the team. The team actually really was really a cohesive group, and
how quickly we were able to come together as a team. You know, we had 3 fundraiser events that we had pretty much worked together on, and for the most part, people knew each other. But for me, I was the newest member to the team, so I didn't necessarily know everybody, and I thought it was great that we just all molded together and just got
being able to see the changes in Nicaragua and how it has developed since the last time I went there.
Had that opportunity to, like you say, be in a different country and meet different people.
I urge, many more people to go to Bluefields, Nicaragua, and just be in the joy of that place, because it is joyful.
Thanks for coming and sharing with us too. It has been fun working this week with the Baptist Church here in Bluefields. God bless you richly.